Okay, so that's
our 13th senior of the day is Golden Lions running back number 28, Javon Peterson. Javon is from Dallas, Texas, and he's majoring in physical education. His hobbies are art, and his favorite musical artist is Lil Wayne. He is escorted by Sonny Johnson and Jasmine Price. His future plans are to start teaching at the high school level. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for number 28, Javon Peterson. Our 14th senior of the day is Golden Lions long snapper number 41, Jack Ray. Jack is from Discover Bay, California, and his major is accounting. His hobbies include fishing and cooking. His favorite musical artist is Future. He will be escorted by his parents, Jennifer and Patrick Ray, and his grandparents, Richard and Joanne. His future plans are to become a football coach. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for number 41, Jack Ray. Our 15th senior of the day is Golden Lions defensive end, number 45, Wendell Sander. Native, and his major is criminal justice. His hobbies include spending time with family and friends, and his favorite musical artists are Big Sean, Band Gang, Drago, and Bino. He's being escorted by his parents, Kathy and Lynn Sanders, and brother Lance Sanders. His future plans are to own his own Montessori school. Please give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for number 45, Wendell Sanders. Our 16th senior of the day is Golden Lions defensive end, number 15, Nicholas Stroud. Nick was a one-roll Louisiana native, and his major is business management. His hobbies include watching movies, hanging out with friends, and listening to music. His favorite musical artist is NBA Youngboy. He's being escorted by his parents, Yolanda and Laura Stroud, and his sister, Mary Kennedy. His future plans include owning his own business and starting a youth empowerment center. Please give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for number 15, Nicholas Stroud. And our 17th and final senior of the day is Golden Lions tight end, number 18, Jantarius Tesla. Jantarius is from Sideline, Florida, and his
that's what he wanted to say. Y'all, we're right here.
Artist is Trick Daddy. He's been escorted by his teammate, Jeremy Brown, and Bill Carter. His future plans include starting his own business and helping others achieve their goals. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for number 18, Jantarius Tesla. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big Golden Lions round of applause for our 2018 UAPB Golden Lions seniors. $300,000 earmarked for the Junior Baseball Softball Complex and a 100% land grant match totaling $576,500. Thank you, Governor Asa Hutchinson, for matching the funds at 100% for the second time, an historical milestone for our institution. One deal with Governor Hutchinson, our state representative, Golden Lions, thank you. You may be seated. again, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you here to Simmons Bank Field for Homecoming 2018. And ladies and gentlemen, today's officials are referee Vernon Brakefield, umpire Jason Parker, head line judge Harold Betty, line judge will be Willie McLaurin, side judge Victor Tarleton, field judge Curtis Lowe, back judge Matt Hill. And today's replay official, Ms. Yvonne Lewis, and the replay communicator, Mr. Earl Gordon. And assisting in today's point toss, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson.
From one mascot major to another.
I wasn't going to give this one. I wasn't going to get my degree in math.
UAPB, refer to the second half. Alabama will receive on this field.
And ladies and gentlemen, prior to the team coming out, we ask that you please stand once again. Please stand for a moment of silence for Mr. Alvin Wilson, who passed on October 28, 2018. I was a graduate of A&M College and the voice of the Golden Lions football team as we observe a moment of silence. We ask that you please remain standing as we will have an invocation by Pastor Vincent Johnson.
That's what you're doing now.
Father, we come to you today thanking you for this wonderful institution, the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We thank you for all the UAPB alumni and the A&M alumni. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this golden time as we come together in this homecoming time to represent and to celebrate this wonderful school. I ask you to bless all of the faculty, our chancellor, the band, the football team, everything that has to do with this institution. I speak a blessing over it right now, and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm UAPB welcome to the Visiting Bulldogs of Alabama A&M, led by head coach Trammell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, rise to your feet and give it up for your UAPB Lions!
Gentlemen, welcome to Golden Lions Stadium by way of Simmons Bank Field. This is TyRece Boone here on call, and we're just only a couple of moments away from kickoff for this very important game, homecoming/senior night here November 3rd, right here on Hot 89.7. Like I said, TyRece Boone on call, and today they have a challenge set up in front of them. Alabama A&M. Wow, had the tongue tied for a second there. Alabama A&M, which is a very decent squad, 4-4 their record. One of the main things they need to worry about, as I was doing research on both these teams, is the defense needs to mind their P's and Q's. Why is that, you ask? Because every game that Alabama A&M have won, they have won with one player, but it's always been different every single game. So it's going to be interesting to see if that can come about this time around. That last week when Alabama A&M played, that man was Nathaniel Dell. So He had 227 yards against, I believe it was Jackson State that they played last time around, as Jamie Gillen, the senior, one of the many seniors being sent off today, gets ready to set up for the kickoff. Golden Lions wearing the black and gold traditional colors, dark black with gold trim on the inside, on the side. Alabama A&M wearing the all white and red numbers as the Golden Lions get ready to take the field, and they're getting ready for the kickoff. A very important game here, the very last game that's going to be taking place this season here at Simmons Bank Field. And you know what? I just want to say this before we get underway. Thank you guys for allowing me into your home and into your computer screens or television screens or wherever you might be viewing this. You guys are what give me lifeblood and what fuel the Golden Lion spirit. Now, that pleasantry out of the way, Jamie Gillen looking to get started. The Lions are set up, and for the final game of the season, oh, hold on, give me 1 second, I might mistime that. All right, for the final home game of the season, we are underway. Jamie Gillen kicks it out long, all the way out the back of the end zone, and that's exactly what you would expect for someone who possesses the golden toe. Starting out on the offense, Akil Glass leading this team out on the field. Akil Glass, very young. I believe he's a sophomore, if not a junior. I believe he's a junior. Let me double check my notes here. No, he is a sophomore, so there's that. And he's a sophomore. He's been playing very well. He had a rocket season his freshman year with over 1,000 yards in a season as a freshman. So he has a lot of potential for this Alabama A&M squad. A motion to the right, and he's going to throw it to his left on the screen, but that is easily swallowed up, and a fast start by this Golden Lions offense, or defense, excuse me. A loss of 3 yards in the play. They're going to start second down at around the 22. Second down and 13 for Alabama A&M and U. Glass in the shotgun this time. 3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Looks to his left. Fires to his left, but is not able to haul it in. I had a set of binoculars. I'm trying to figure out where they are. There they are. They look like number 80, excuse me. Trying to find the numbers here on this sheet. The letters are rather small. There we go. Zabrian Moore was the intended target on that one. It's going to be third down and 13. Third down and 13. Akil Glass, speaking to his lineman, gets back into the shotgun, empty setup. 5 receivers wide. Takes the snap. Short drop back, steps up a little bit in the pocket, throws it short, and he's able to break free. Number 6, Brian Jenkins breaks free. Is he able to get a favorable spot? It looks like maybe it's a close one. No, and they're going to give him the first down. The first down of the day goes to Alabama A&M and U. And that's a big one right there. That's a big way to start the game if you're Alabama A&M. So from the first down, snaps it and hands the ball off to his running back, able to get to about 6 yards further. 41-yard line is where he'll be stopped. They need to get to the 45 for a first down, so great start there. 6-yard gain on the running play. A lot of what I saw from Alabama A&M and U was their passing game is what they rely heavily on. And I believe it's short passing and yards after catch, faking the handoff over the middle, and is going to be in and out of the hands of Brian Jenkins. So third down now. What it looks like, yes, third down and 3. Again, they have to get to the 45 for the first down. The Golden Lions did a great job of forcing a 3rd and long. Now they have a 3rd and much shorter. 3 down for the Golden Lions as they look to show blitz. A little bit of adjustments made at the line by Alabama. Glass from the shotgun. Hands the ball off, and he's not going anywhere. And the first stop goes to the Golden Lions. They're going to be forced to punt. And the referee blows a dead whistle. Let's see what this is all about. Well, it looks like instead of being forced to punt, they're going to go for it. Trying to get a heavy start here. From the shotgun glass, timeout coming in from Coach Thomas. And we're going to keep it right here. It's just early on. Still 13-11 left in the first quarter. No score yet. First drive still. They've been doing rather well so far. The Golden Lions, they forced third down. Now Alabama A&M, who is 1-1 on the season, I believe, on fourth down conversions. So they, batting 1,000 on that one. What Coach Thomas has said during many of the press conferences, he's liked the way that this defense has developed. They're not the most athletic group by far, but it's much like the Cowboys in their playoff run in 2011. Was 2011, 2014, excuse me. Again, moving on. Yeah, just like the Cowboys in 2014, not the most athletic core of defenders, but they work well together and they're able to see very, very well. So we're going to see how they handle this fourth down and short. 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. And actually, it looks like they're actually going to punt. And they forced Golden Lions to take a timeout. And a little delayed punt on that action right there. Oh, bobbled it, but it is hauled in the end. That was a little bit of a scary moment for Sean Steele, but he was able to make the play. Now the Golden Lions offense, which has been electric over the year, this particular season, they're going to take the field. Skylar Perry, who has been touted as the future of this offense, is going to take this field and try to lead them down to score. They're starting the drive at the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, Perry hands off to Taylor Porter, the hard-nosed running back. That would have get much, but forces his way up the middle. A little bit of a slight body shot there, trying to wear down this defense. On the tackle there, number 44, Eli Jackson. So 2nd down and 10 after the no gain on the first play. Now they're in a tight formation. Shotgun still for Perry. Perry takes a snap. 3-step drop, fires over the middle, and is it caught? They're going to say it is. Great catch there by Colby McNeil. First down for the Golden Lions. He was down at the 45-yard line. Still in their own territory. They've got to move quickly. They're in their hurry up. That's what they've liked to do all season long. And it looks like the handoff is for Taylor Porter. He finds a little bit of space, but not much. He sheds a tackle on the left-hand side and is able to fight his way past the 35 along the side, about the 42. Excuse me, past the opponent's 45 alongside the 42-yard line. Flagged down in the play after the play has ended. Could be a late hit as he was dragged to the ground out of bounds. Let's see. Looking. The referees are deliberating. And that's going to cost them an extra 15. Personal foul on the defense. And lack of discipline may have cost Alabama A&M. They're getting really close to the red zone here. They're going to start, after that penalty, they're going to end up at the 27-yard line and knocking on the door of the red zone. Skylar Perry from the shotgun. Oh, he mishandled the snap, and he's going to be sacked on the end of that. Number 51 is the one who chased it down, Urique Bethune. And that's going to be a loss of at least 8 on that play. So now a good situation has turned into a very, very bad situation for the Golden Lions offense. So now on the 36-yard line, they have to get all the way to the 18 for a first down. A lot of work to do now. Perry from the shotgun spread look. Screen pass for Taylor Porter. He turns his way upfield. He's going to get a couple, and not much more than that. He actually only ended up gaining a yard on that play. He tackled at the 35-yard line. I hope everyone here is enjoying their homecoming experience. The smells of the parade are still in my nose. It was just so delicious smelling. All the vendors and the street food has been amazing. Perry from the spread look again. Big third down. Looks downfield. The lefty fires over the middle, and he's put a little bit too much mustard on it. Overthrown. Looking for Kobe McNeil on that play. And so on the 35-yard line, let's see what they look to do. They have the best kicker in the nation, and he could probably hit something from this distance. Let's see. All we know is the offense is being pulled off the field right now. So trying to figure out what they're going to do. There's no official timeout on the play, and the play clock is running down. Looks like they might take a penalty, as no Lions are on the field currently. And the flag's going to go out, and delay of game is going to be the call. So, not looking to take the field goal and not looking to go for a punt from that one. So Jamie Gillen credited with, or I guess takes the blame for the delay of game penalty, and we're getting underway now. So moving the ball backwards 5 yards is going to be the verdict. At least I thought they were. Oh, wait. So a little bit of trickery going on. The defense was not ready. The punting return team was not ready, and they tried to get a quick snap off. So the rule is you have to let the defense get matched up at the very least. So they stopped the punt, and now they're going for a more fair one. So from their opponent's 35-yard line, they're looking to punt. And it's going to be a high punt. Look how good this one looks. Oh, it's muffed. It's muffed. Who fell on top first? It's going to stay with Alabama. But man, oh man, scary moment. They're going to be starting their drive at the 1-yard line. So good position for the defense. And again, another amazing, excellent high kick from the golden toe himself, Jamie Gillen. That one had at least 4 seconds of hang time on top of it. So, as we move forward from the 1-yard line, 10:43 to go in the first quarter here. If you're just joining us here on Hot 89.7. Late bloomer coming in from the sideline for Alabama A&M. Now from the 1-yard line, they're probably going to look to run it here. Let's see what they got. Glass turns around and hands it off. Finds a little bit of space. He's able to get himself some breathing room and maybe a 10-yard gain out of it. He was still driving his legs at the end of that play, and that might have gotten him the first down. It looks very close, and it looks like it is. And we're waiting on the actual official first down. It looks like it's not. It looks like it's first and inches. No, the chains just have not moved yet. It's a bit awkward for the chain gain out there, but here we go. Handoff of the sweep play, and he's still driving his legs. Still driving his legs. There's the running back for AMNU. Let me get a name for you. Looking for, can't find. Number 28, it looks like, or 26, Trayvon Walkers. That's what I'm going with right now until I get an official. Second down in at least 4 from the 19-yard line. Looks like 18-yard line instead. From the 18-yard line, second down, they got to get to the 22 for the first. Handoff over the middle. Able to get a couple on that one, not enough for the first down. Dropped at around the 20. A little bit between the 20 and 21-yard line. So, third down and 1. Here we go. The Bulldogs are now bearing down on the first down marker. They're trying to get out of their own half. Handoff up the middle again. And is it just enough? It is just enough. First down now from at the 23-yard line. The Bulldogs are marching, if not slowly. Here comes the Bulldogs again. Glass is doing a good job setting up the running game. I was really expecting him to pass more often than this, but let's see. Fakes the handoff, and he has a lot of time. He's running out of it, though. He's able to has to throw the ball away. The receiver in the vicinity, number 6, excuse me, Brian Jenkins. Second down and 10 for the for the Bulldogs. Again from the 23-yard line. 8:32 here. We're still in the first stanza of this play. Here we go. Glass hands it off to his running back, and he has some room over the middle. And does make the play and does get to the first down marker. Number 26, Trayvon Walker's again. They're marching their way down the field. So at the 35-yard line in their own territory still, they're marching down. First and 10. Got to get to the 45 for the first. Fakes the handoff over the middle. It's quick thrown. Almost got the interception. Instead, it's caught. And he could go all the way. Touchdown, Alabama. Alabama A&M gets the touchdown. Number 3, Nathaniel Dell, the freshman that broke out last week, strikes first. Oh no, and that's going to ruin that play. Penalty flag down for an eligible lineman downfield. That's going to take that play all the way back, and that's got to be a heartbreaker if you're Alabama A&M. What an unfortunate scenario for that team, and what a lucky break for the Golden Lions. First scores snatched back off the board. Hard to tell how they feel. Now first and 15 from the 30-yard line. Got to get to the 45. Pass over the middle. It's going to be jarred loose. Great play there by number 30. Tavon Littlejohn. Looking for Brian Jenkins Jr. over the middle. So Littlejohn makes a big play on that one over the middle. Second down and 15 still. And I'm sure the coaches for Alabama A&M are kind of beside themselves because they had a score just ripped out of their hands. Now looking at the snap look from the shotgun. Steps back, drops up, no room, has to fire. Can't connect. It's going to be incomplete pass. Almost a sack, hurried by several Lions in the defensive line. That's great news if you're Coach Thomas. So 3rd and 15 now, and this could be a good situation for the Golden Lions. You know they're going to have to pass. And they're not hiding that either, as they're going to go 5 wide. 5 wide set. Lions getting set up. Will they get there in time? They do end up getting there in time. And he's pressured, fires downfield, but not able to get anything out of it. Ball was sailing out of bounds. And so that's going to make it 4th down. Great stop again by the Golden Lions, as they did an excellent job of taking advantage of a poor situation. That penalty is the story of that drive. Guaranteed touchdown snatched away at the final moments. by an ineligible lineman downfield. So now, they're underway. The kick is up and is on the ground. It's going to be downed at around the Lions' 40-yard line. Timeout coming in, and so we'll take a 30-second timeout of our own. At this point in time, 7:24 left in the very first quarter, 0-0 your score. We'll be right back. Gotta do that. Welcome back. The Golden Lions take the field after a great stop by their defense, and now they're looking to have their offense take advantage of it. Almost to score. Almost a score from Alabama A&M, snatched away by an ineligible lineman downfield. Skylar Perry from the shotgun, sending a man in motion. Toss to the outside now. Taylor Porter on the crack toss play, able to gain about maybe 3, maybe 4. On that one, goes out of bounds at around the 49-yard line. Still in their half, though. So, Taylor Porter has been one of the standouts this year. Leading rusher in the SWAC. That is what the sports information director has told us last Monday. Taylor Porter has had an excellent season. He's going to hit the ball again. Going to the left this time. Gains about 3 or 4 in that one. And so here we go. 3rd down and what looks to be 5. On the first game, they actually only gained 2. So 2 and 3, 3rd down and 5. These are the maths of a broadcaster. Here we go. 3rd down and 5 for the Lions as they look to maybe look for something downfield. Dewan Miller making his way on the field as well. Skylar Perry from the shotgun. Colby McNeil takes the toss. And it's not going to be good. It's actually going to be much, much worse. Fumble on the play. Colby McNeil with the fumble. And so the Golden Lions, oh, actually, no, it's considered an incompletion because of the forward tossing motion. So Colby McNeil was coming around the end, but instead of going behind the opponent, he went behind the quarterback. He went in front. Quarterback tossed it forward. So if he fumbled it, it was going to be considered an incompletion instead of a fumble. So 4th down and 5. Oh, now we're going to see the thing we've been promised all year long. It's going to be a review. All right, we just got back from the chief. And it's going to be considered an incomplete pass, so at the end, in the end, all that time, we end up in the exact same place. 4th down and 5 at their opponent's 48-yard line, just barely encroaching into Bulldog territory before being forced to punt. The Golden Toe maybe looking for a good punt like he had last time around, able to stop them around the 1-yard line after a muff. Let's see if they made any changes on the Alabama A&M side to make it happen. All right, we're going to pause 1 second for station identification as the ball goes out for a touchback. All right, ball goes out for a touchback. Alabama A&M going to set up at the 25-yard line. Scratch at the 20-yard line. And they're taking the field. White jerseys, red numbers. Oh. So an unfortunate occurrence again happens for Alabama A&M as after during the kickoff, holding was called. And so plus the touchback, they lose 10 yards on top of that. So they're going to start this drive at the 10-yard line instead of the customary 20. 1st and 10 for Alabama A&M. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be met, and is not going to get much out of it. Short gain on that play for number 25 that time, Tayon Dollard. So 2nd down and 9. Are they going to stick with the ring play, or they got something else in mind? They have a screen play in mind now, and he misses a tackle. Gets about 9 on that play, but not enough for the 1st down. I think he was stopped a little bit short, depending on the spot. To the 19-yard line. Make that the 18-yard line on that one. So 3rd down and 2. Waiting on the chain gang to set. Number 89, Kendrick Johnson, the tight end, redshirt freshman, getting credited with a holding penalty, so they're going to move another 10 yards back. Now they're back to the 9-yard line, 2nd down. 2 receivers to the right side of Glass. And he does hand it off on the delay, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, not going much of anywhere. The run defense of the Golden Lions have played an excellent factor here today. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9. Paul Reeves on the tackle, by the way, and stuffing him at the line. Great breakdown by that kid. So 5 wide set. They've been doing this on 3rd and long plays. Here comes Glass as he's going to make some changes at the line of scrimmage. Akil Glass tries to force him offside, gets the snap off. Number 86 being caught, and luckily not a face mask called there. Ball received by Terrell Gardner, and got clotheslined at around the 16-yard line. Now the gang hasn't moved again, so I'm assuming there was a penalty somewhere. Doesn't look like it. The chief referee said there was no foul on the face mask, so that's going to cause some confusion somewhere. Either way, no foul on the play, so 4th down at their own 18-yard line. That's just a funny sentence. The referee said there's no foul on the face mask. Gotta love some people's speaking patterns. Anyway, 4th down. Looks to punt it away from his own 3-yard line. Ball sitting long. Pretty good punt there. And Tyron Ralph's going to take it. And he gets shellacked at around the 45-yard line. Gets back up quickly, thankfully. So at the 45-yard line, in their own 45-yard line, they were going to start. Golden Lions looking for some momentum. Golden Lions now. Skylar Perry's been doing excellently, but Taylor Porter has been the main story, leading the SWAC in running yards. As looks like a TV timeout's being taken, so we'll take a bit of a timeout ourselves. 30 seconds here. Hot 89.7, 4:06. Nothing scored on the board right now, but we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Still on the sidelines, though. They're really trying to get the celebration underway. I'm trying to figure out what the holdup is. It looks like one of the coaches have a little something they want to show to the referees. Not entirely sure what, but moving right along, we're back. Golden Lions take over at their own 45-yard line. About the closest they've gotten deep into Bulldog territory. Golden Lions versus A&M of Alabama. And here we go. Skylar Perry with 4 wide, 3 to his left. And they're going to reset and get a word from the coach. Some adjustments made at the line by Skylar Perry. 3 to his left still. Motioning man to a tight end. Handoff to Tyler Porter. And he gets about 6 on that play. Found a hole and burst right through it. Taylor Porter, so explosive. So it's about 5 yards gained on that play. They're right on the 50-yard line. Perry with the spread look this time around. Looking at a 4-3-5. Perry looks over the middle, stripped. He's able to fall right back on top of it, but he got strip sacked on that play. The one bending it in, number 51, Yariq Bethune, the outside linebacker and senior for Alabama A&M. Way to bend the corner on that one. So now 3rd and 10, which could have been much, much worse. Perry and Porter getting the call from the sideline. Tight look this time. 4 receivers all bunched close to the line. Looks like a forward toss this time again. This time DeJuan Miller gets the call on that one. Gets about 9 yards on the play. 4th down and 1. Not able to get to the first down marker at the 45-yard line. But they're in 4-down territory. They may try to go for it. And they do. Offense still on the field. They're on the 44. They're on the Bulldog 44-yard line. They need 1 yard to get a first new set of down. Perry, toss to Porter. Porter loses yards, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So turnover on downs on that play. The Gold Lions defense already on the field. And the A&M coaches are ecstatic about that one. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs 46-yard line, as a 3 and out for the Golden Lions is going to cost them. So from the 48, Bulldogs take over. They have a short field in front of them. What can they do with it? Akil Glass from the shotgun, running back a little bit behind him to his left. Inside zone, up the middle, not getting too much there. About a 3-yard carry is going to break into Golden Lion territory, though, at the 49-yard line. 2nd down, and it looks like 7. Here comes Glass again with the hurry-ups. 2 receivers to his right. Hands off up the middle, and he's still not gone down yet. A Golden Lion had to come in from behind and pull him backwards to keep forward progress from coming into effect. 3rd down, still at now the Golden Lions 46-yard line. Make that 44-yard line. They have to get to the 42 for a first. Glass from the shotgun. 2 in the vicinity. Handoff up the middle again. No, it's a fake. Fires to his left, and he's going to fire out of bounds. 4th down, and a pair of 3 and outs, 1 for each team, has been achieved. Fourth down now at the 44-yard line. And so do they think about going for on 4th down, but not quite. They're going to play the field position game. They send the punting unit out. Approaching the 1-minute mark of the first quarter, nothing on the board. These teams evenly matched so far. It's been a defensive struggle. And so Tyron Ralph back to receive. The punt is away and is short. It's going to make its way out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And Coach Thomas loved that defensive series. making his way onto the field, fist bumping his players. This is the most important game, especially of the seniors' careers, homecoming and senior night, their last visit to Golden Lion Stadium, aka Simmons Bank Field. And so they want to play their hearts out, and that's exactly what they're doing. Golden Lions offense sets up at the 35-yard line and look to move forward from the shotgun. Tight end +2 on the right. Handoff going the opposite direction. Porter puts his shoulder down and gets an actual couple yards on that one. 8-yard gain, dropped at around the 43-yard line. 42 correction. From their own 42-yard line, 2nd and 3. Alabama A&M on the back foot so far. Taylor Porter is now starting to get his engine going, and once he gets his engine going, it's going to be a hard thing to deal with. Toss coming in the opposite way again, the left side. DeJuan Miller gets enough for a first down and much more into Bulldog territory at the 48-yard line. The Golden Lions have another first down in their back pocket. They need to do something with it, though, now at the 47-yard line. Perry fires left. Coben McNeil, the one to get the play, and gets about 5, it looks like 5, maybe 6 yards on that play. He was dropped at the 38-yard line. They need to get the 43-yard line. They need to get to the 38 for the first down. And the first quarter has come to an end. We'll take 60 seconds ourselves. 0-0 the score going into the second. We'll be right back.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please direct your attention toward the field near the 25-yard line. At this time, we will have a special presentation. We would like to say we appreciate you, Bill and Sherry Jones, for your support year after year in your most recent contribution of $100,000 earmarked to the baseball field. On the field with Bill and Sherry Jones, our UAPB Chancellor, Dr. Lawrence P. Alexander, UAPB Director of Athletics, Melvin Hines II, and UAPB Head Baseball Coach, Coach Carlos Jennings.
There's a presentation going on. We would like to thank the governor for giving over an $800,000 to the university. Thank you for that. As the Golden Lions are now starting to rock and roll down the field. They're getting deep into the Bulldog territory. As both teams look to come back on the field. And here comes Skylar Perry and the gang. Here we go. 2nd down and 6 is the call. They have to get to the 38-yard line for first down. Jeremy Brown is sent on motion, handoff, and he's going to cut back. Gets a good chunk out of that one. Number 28, Jamon Peterson, another senior, and it looks like a flag might have been called. Maybe it's getting a little chippy down there. Let's see what happens. A referee timeout on the play. I'm trying to decipher what's going on down the field here. The referees are deliberating over the spotting of the ball, maybe? I'm not entirely sure, but they're all huddled up at the 41-yard line, and now they separate. So, whatever that was, hopefully it's over and we can get back to playing football. So, 3rd down and very short. Handoff to Jamon Peterson, and he bounced it outside to his own peril, loses a couple of yards on that play. And a poor decision to bounce it to the outside. 4th down now. And it looks like the punting unit is making their way on the field. Golden Toe has had to punt it from from really what could be considered his field goal range. He could hit a 60-yarder every once in a blue moon, but they're going to take the safe option and play the field position game. Jamie Gillen, actually, no, they're going to take a timeout. 30 seconds from us as well. Here at Hot 89.7, nothing on the board, still starting the second quarter. All right. And the teams are taking the field back again, still 13:45. It's just beginning the second quarter. This is TyRece Boone of Hot 89.7. I'm glad you can make it for us as the Golden Lions look to punt it away after it looks like another 3 and out. Here comes Jamie Gillen. Ball is high and is going to stop short and bounce backwards. They have to chase that one down to get it to stop at around the 19, maybe the 20, depending on the spot. Looks like it's going to be about the 20-yard line there for the Bulldogs to take over here. Bulldogs coming up against the Golden Lions here, coming into Golden Lions territory as the pride is out in full here on homecoming and senior night. The celebration is rocking, and hopefully everyone can go home happy if the Golden Lions can pick up a win. Their defense has been playing stellarly so far. And here comes Glass of A&M. Hands off, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. That is really good. That player right there, number 32. Excuse me, 33, A.C. Gillen. Gonna lose about 5 yards on the play. From the 15, 2nd and 15. Glass with the 5 wide set. Showing blitzes the Golden Lions, and they come. Over the middle, knocked down. Beautiful play. I believe that's number 8. Yes, Kevin Carter. I remember him from the last home game where he got a pick 6. Had an excellent game that time around. 5 wide set again for Glass. Resetting at the line. 3 receivers to Glass's left. The defense starts to shift. Now taking a snap back, looks to his left, can't find anything, has to make some room. He did have a lot of time though, and he's able to find a connection there. Number 8, Octavius Miles comes back for that one, and he's going to get them a first down at the 31-yard line. Had a lot of time there. The pass rush just couldn't close up the holes fast enough. Akil Glass with the 5 wide again. Golden Lions coming on the blitz over the middle, bobbled and could not control it. Just a little too slippery for that one. Terrell Gardner, the one that was targeted on that play. A.C. Gillen, the one defending the pass, 2nd and 10 from the 31. Got to get to the 41 for the first down as Glass checks the sideline again from his 5 wide set, which is what seems to be where they like to be. Under center this time, fires quickly, has blockers on the outside, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets to a first down. Knocked out at around the 43-yard line, flagged down on the play late. This could prove unfortunate. Let's see. Let's see what happens on this flag. Referee's deliberating. Look like they're pointing closely to both teams. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the call is from just looking at it. Could be an unsportsmanlike. We'll see. Chief says something. Let's go. So a personal foul on the defense is going to cost them 15 yards, and now after that they're in Golden Lion territory at the 42. So now 1st and 10 from the 42. 5 wide set again for Glass. Glass now steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be chased down, sacked. He got the happy feet and couldn't get away. He's brought down by number 45, who is not on my list. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he is not on my list. Unfortunate, but a great play by him. There he is, Londale Sanders. He's on the 2 deep depth chart, but he's not on the complete roster. Either way, Glass now from the shotgun. He's going to run the draw, and he ducks his head forward, and he's able to get around a large chunk of that yards back, and then some. Dropped at around the 36-yard line. They still got to make it to the 33 for the first. 3rd down now. 5 wide. Glass looks for the draw again. This time stumbles. Did he stumble ahead? Looks like he'll get the favorable spot. 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And now the Bulldogs are knocking on the door. 5 wide again. They're showing they can run from this set. 3 receivers to Glass's right. Takes the snap. Looks downfield this time. He has a man in the corner route. It's caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama A&M. Number 80, Terrell Gardner. Zabrian Moore on the corner route. Just checked behind his shoulder just in time for the ball to drop right in his hands, and they strike first. Alabama A&M legitimately this time. No penalty to bring us out of that one. So the kick is up for the extra point. It's good. We are going to have our first score here. Going to be Alabama 7, UAPB nothing. We're going to take 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
May I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? Please direct your attention near the 25-yard line, where we would like to thank the Golden 10 for their generosity to UAPB Athletics. They graciously donated gold letterman jackets to our UAPB Golden Lions football team. Mr. Jason Mason.
The Golden 10 receiving honors at the 25-yard line as they're being honored for their generosity going towards the university. We'd like to thank the Golden 10 for making an appearance today. They do a lot for the university, especially financially when we need it the most. Now, moving forward, Alabama A&M just scored. If you're just joining us here, 10:42 left in the second quarter. The second quarter has had the only bit of action offensively, and it's been going all one way. Alabama A&M 7-0 the score, and we're looking for the offense to take it forward and take it in stride and hopefully strike back. And we're waiting on a team to take the field, and neither team has done it for the kicking units. Set up. But here we go. Alabama A&M looking to kick the ball off to Gold Lions after they strike first. He checks his men, and the ball is up in the air. Not very far, though. It's actually a squib. Gets stopped and then caught at around the 15, and that's about where he's going to stay. Tackled at the 15-yard line. They're going to start with a little less field position than they'd like to have. The Golden Lions are. Skylar Perry has not thrown the ball all that much today. We'll see if that changes going forward. A lot of the weight has been put on Taylor Porter's shoulders, and you know what? If there's someone I trust to carry that weight, it's the number 2, Taylor Porter. We will see. Skylar Perry makes his way out, spread look. Too tight on the right-hand side now. Handoff for Porter. Porter bounces it outside, but finds no room. Loses about 3. Make that 4 on that play. 2nd and 14 for Taylor. I think Taylor Porter, if I were made to give my opinion, needs to duck his head in and just kind of blast through the middle of that line. He tried it a couple of times, didn't quite work out, but maybe they're expecting him to bounce it outside more and more the longer this game goes on. Berry from the spread. He steps back to fire. Over the middle. Caught by Miller. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line. Great play there by Berry, spotting his man over the middle. They really like the passes over the middle, the post, and the in route, but they're going to run the hurry up now after the big play. Fires. Miller again. Looking for space. Not able to find much. Only gets a yard on the screen pass. 40-yard line now. Got to get to the 49 for the first. Only gained about 1. 2nd down. Looking for the call from the sideline is the Golden Lions. Here comes Perry again from the spread. Porter to his right. Shifting over to the left. And fakes the pass. Perry is going to use his legs. And he gets about 7. Make that 6 out of that one. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. And Perry setting up a screen pass. That's a pretty genius play call right there. Set up the screen pass with Taylor Porter in motion. Faked it and then took it himself. Great play call there by the offensive coordinator. Now looking for the call from the sideline again. 3rd down and 3. Miller actually does not get the handoff. He was in motion. Handoff goes up the middle, but it's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose maybe a yard, and it's going to be 4th down. They get stalled around midfield, the Golden Lions have been all day. And the Golden Toe is making his way back out onto the field. The offense has been lacking a little bit. They scored 40 points against Grambling and took Grambling into overtime last week. They've had a heartbreaking couple of weeks on this road trip they've been on as Jamie Gillen sends the punt underway. And it's going to run backwards and get caught around the 13. And another excellent punt from the Golden Toe. And a Jamie chant coming from the crowd. That is excellent. And no more well-deserved by a better guy. I mean, that guy is a really good, sweet gentleman. And he's done so much for this team from the kicking standpoint. So now 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line for the A&M Bulldogs. 7:48, they have the lead. 7:48 left in the 2nd quarter. Looking to get started. 5 wide, motion man going to the right-hand side. And he pulls it back, does glass, and he's going to get about 8 out of that and make that 9. To the 22-yard line. Have to get to the 23 for the 1st down, and they've done a good job chunking that up real quick. So now 2nd down is short. The general consensus is that the entire playbook is open on this situation. Let's see. 5 wide. And they're going to take a shot. Over the middle. Has a deep man, and he's caught. Number 6, Brian Jenkins Jr. on that play. He's been a target a lot of times for the Alabama A&M offense, and this time he plays dividends. Open over the middle. Now to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Through receivers to the right. Glass steps up, fires deep to the go route, and the flag is called. The flag is pulled. And there's some dirty laundry on the field. There's going to be pass interference, or is it going to be holding? Either one is viable for the defense. The man defending on that play, number 21, not 21, excuse me, 31, Isaiah Singleton. I believe that's correct, yes. And so he couldn't keep up. He had to grab a hold of something. So after the penalty, first down on 10 from the 46-yard line. 5 wide set. They've had a lot of success with this. And Glass fumbles the snap, has a man on the right. That's Brian Jenkins Jr. And looking for the big block, not able to get it. Still stopped before the first down marker. And it looks like we have a downed Golden Lion. We're going to take 60 seconds. We'll be right back. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 5 wide set. Glass looks for the man over the middle, tries to float one, and no flag called on that one, although contact was definitely made. They said the ball was touched first. Referee's going to touch him and talk to him about it, but no penalty given on that one. Third down and 10 from the 46. They have the lead. Alabama A&M trying to add on to it. 5 wide set, 3 on the left side this time for Glass. Man press coverage looks like for the defense. A lot of pressure, put a lot of stink on this one. Here comes Glass over the top, has one-on-one, no one's touched, except the flag is still down. Excuse me, the flag was thrown. And it's going to be pass interference on the defense. So 3 and out, not quite. Still going to take 10 yards, going to get it. Automatic first down for that one. As I'm waiting on the chain gang to get set up here, they've been kind of on the slow side today. Well, they're doing their best, so I cannot not fault them for that. Here we go, first and 10 from the 36-yard line now after the holding penalty from the defense. Looking. It's Glass. Making changes at the line of scrimmage. Handoff. Nope, just kidding. It's a toss, reverse play for Jenkins, and he has to stop short, stumbles forward. Gets about 2 yards out of the play out of the very elaborate reverse. So about 2 yards gained. No flag down. Second down and 8. From the 35. Second down and 9, excuse me. They only gained 1. A strange angle up here. Here we go. Akil Glass checks the sideline once again. Now it gets set up. Two receivers wide this time. Handoff up the middle, and he has some room. Number 26 gets a stiff arm out and is able to move fall forward. Number 26, Trayvon Walters, the man on the carry. He's getting a first down on a whole lot more. It's dropped at the line, the 11-yard line. Knocking on the door again is Alabama A&M. And the Bulldogs are looking threatening right now. Remember, they've gotten deep. A long third and long calls, but they've been saved by penalties. Glass now from the shotgun looks for the handoff again. He's going to pull it back. He threw the ball, and the ball is deflected out. Great pass defense on that play. It's going to be second down and 10. Just passing the 5-minute mark. 4:59 is where the clock is frozen at right now after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. Looks like they have a tight end to the left side for Glass. Checks the sideline. Brian Jenkins directing traffic, pointing out a defender. Here comes the blitz. Over the top. Intercepted! The ball is intercepted by number 12, Sean Steele. What a play by him. Intercepted in the end zone. And the ball comes back out to the 20. Clutch play by Double S, Sean Steele, who's made a lot of clutch plays recently. And that was a big-time savior as they were really looking to put the Golden Lions away, trying to separate themselves on the scoreboard. Not this time. Sean Steele saves the day. And his special presentation. Dr. Hunter appreciated for their generosity as a $200,000 donation to the university has been achieved. Great to hear from the field. 4:53 left in the first half as the second quarter really chugging along there. A lot of action, but not a lot of differential in the scoreboard. Still only one score separates these two teams. Alabama A&M with the 7-point lead. UAPB looking to get their offense going. It's been stagnant since after really their first drive. Here, we'll toss it to the station for some quick identification here on Hot 89.7. All right, we're back. Golden Lions catching a break, and the name of the break was Sean Steele. Offense makes its way back on the field onto their own 20-yard line. They have to get something going here, at least get in field goal range for the goal.
Why is this not the best time of my life? You see what I'm saying?
No gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10 for the Golden Lions from their own 20. Skylar Perry's pass is incomplete. Pressure applied by number 42. Tinquavius White. That'll bring up third down and 10 for the Golden Lions offense. Ball's fighting to their own 20-yard line. Yield dropped by number 20, Armani Holloway. And that would bring up fourth down and long for the Golden Lions.
Well, hopefully y'all never try to play us.
Gillen wants a punt, and Jenkins beat to return for the Bulldogs.
We're only up by what, a touchdown?
Fair catch is made by Brian Jenkins Jr. And the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10 from their own 35.
Y'all be Fayetteville, didn't you? Fayetteville's plays they had. It wasn't Alabama team.
Glasses pass is complete to number 3, Nathaniel Dale. Londale Sanders forces him out of bounds, but that is the first down for the Bulldogs.
Oh my gosh,
Glasses pass is complete to Nathaniel Dale. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Wow.
Spencer Porter on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And the kick is received by Rhashaun Peterson. And the touchback leads the Golden Lions first down and 10 from their own 25. Perry's pass is complete to Kobe McGill, but there is a flag on the play. The Golden Lions will have their first down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Perry's pass is complete. And that's number 6, Jeremy Brown, on the catch. Tackle made by number 20, Armani Holloway. Gain of 7, second down and 3. Taylor Porter on the carry, stopped by a host of Bulldogs. There is a flag on the play.
Shot block. The defense. Pressure on the offense. Number 74 and number 76. 15 out there. Second down.
After the penalty, it will be second down and 16 for the Bulldogs line from their own 29.
Timeout.
We're ready to resume action. Second down and 16 for the line.
I have no earthly idea who to do the ball to.
Kelley's pass is incomplete, intended for Brown. And that brings up third down and 16.
There would be so many different ways, though.
Javon Peterson on the carry. Start made by Travis Kelley.
Trying to stretch this shit out.
Jamie Gooden on to front for the Bulldogs. As Brian Jenkins drops deep for the Bulldogs. And the ball will be down by Stephon Alcorn. There is a flag on the play.
See, I don't want us to at least for the half. That means y'all not going to bad up. Y'all going to straight on the ball.
I mean, at this point, let me have faith. But at this point,
I don't want us to.
Keep catching the Bears. Let's keep the field. 15. 15-yard penalty for the spot. For the foul. First down.
you got it. You guys got it.
All the timeouts, sidelines.
Do that every freaking game.
Field passes pass is complete. Number 8 is Adrian Moore. The reception is enough for Bulldogs first down. Last pass is incomplete. Intended for Terrell Gardner to come off on the coverage. The incompletion brings up second down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the goal line is 47. Last pass incomplete. Intended for Dale. Stanley Brentley on the coverage. And the incompletion brings up third down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And here comes your Golden Lions defense. Passing pass is complete to Jenkins. And the completion is a first down for the Bulldogs from the Golden Lions 31. pass is incomplete. Intended for number 86, Terrell Gardner. Sam Steele on the
I don't even know why you throwing the ball.
We have to play it down. We're just about ready to resume action, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the goal line of 31. And here comes your goal Lions defense. Number 58 for the Golden Lions, and that is Jalen Stewart. That brings up fourth down.
Timeout. Alabama A&M. That's it.
And we're ready to resume action. That'll bring up. It'll be third down and long. Third down and about 17 for the Bulldogs. Last pass is complete to number 80, Xavier Moore. That'll bring up fourth down. And that concludes the first half, ladies and gentlemen. All score at halftime. UAPB 0, Alabama A&M 14.
Hey, do you need high 50 or let's go down? You need high 50?
Golden Line Nation, wake some nigga up and make some noise. And you ready for your marching musical machine at the Mid-South to hit the field? Say, hey, Mr. Brown. I can't hear you. If you're ready for the marching musical machine at the Mid-South to hit the field, say, hey, Mr. Brown.
Were made possible by a historical contribution of $2.5 million from Simmons Bank. Thank you, Simmons Bank, for enhancing the performance space for our football student athletes. On the field, presenting the largest gift in the history of the institution are Marty Castillo and Daniel Robinson, joined by the Chancellor, Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander, Director of Athletics, Melvin Hines II, and Head Football Coach, Cedric Thomas. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm, great big UAPB Golden Lions round of applause for Simmons Bank and the largest donation to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the UAPB A&M National Alumni Association 2018 Queen, Miss Karen Bradley of Little Rock, Arkansas. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The 1996 graduate of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff with a Bachelor of Science degree in Therapeutic Recreation, an active member of the Pulaski County Alumni Chapter. She's escorted by 2017 King David Walters Sr., a 1970 graduate, and her husband, Kaylin Fulton. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the 2018 UAPB A&M National Alumni Association Queen, Miss Karen Bradley. Ladies and gentlemen of Simmons Bank Fields, A&M UAPB alumni collectively gave over $1.5 million that directly benefited deserving students at UAPB. Alumni who contributed are greatly appreciated. You make the difference. Presenting a check on behalf of generous alumni is Tim Piggy, National Alumni Association President Calvin Booker, UAPB Foundation Fund Chairman Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander, Chancellor, and Dr. Margaret Hall, Director of Development. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big Golden Lions round of applause. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention at the 25-yard line. The Wingate Foundation is appreciated for its contributions to the Department of Art and Design and student scholarships, with a check for $2.2 million, which includes a historical gift for an endowed scholarship in the amount of $2 million and funds for the John Miller Howard Art and Education Legacy Exhibition. Our UAPB Chancellor, Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander, Dean of School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Andrea Stewart, Chair for the Department of Art and Design, Dr. Karen DeJohnette, and Director of the University Museum and Cultural Center, Mr. Henry Linton. Again, ladies and gentlemen, big Golden Lions rounds of applause for the Wingate Foundation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Miss UAPB 2018-2019 and their royal court. Little Miss University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Miss Zayla Butler. She is the daughter of Miss Zendralyn Butler. Little Mr. University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Mr. Donovan Holmes, son of Mr. and Mrs. David Holmes. Miss Freshman, Miss Camara Hemlee, daughter of Miss Kimberly Williams and Mr. Thaddeus Hanley. Mr. Freshman, Mr. Kevin Plumpton Jr., son of Reverend and Mrs. Kevin and Tanya Plumpton Sr. Miss Sophomore, Miss Raven Franklin. She's the daughter of James and Elizabeth Franklin. Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Nicodemus Alexander Muntz, son of Rotunda and Harry Muntz. Miss Junior, Miss Jade Sachi West, daughter of Ruby, Lori, Carter, and David West. Miss Junior, Mr. Henry Lucas, son of Henry Lee Sr. and Vera Mae Lucas. Miss Senior, Miss Kayla Jemerson, daughter of Dr. Robert and Diane Jemerson. Mr. Senior, Mr. James C. Spinks, son of Brenda Spinks and James H. Spinks. The Mr. University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, 2018, Mr. Blake Connor. Blake is the son of Mrs. Phyllis McDonough. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 89th Miss University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Miss Angelica Perkins. Angelica is the daughter of Miss Sharon Perkins. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018-2019 Miss University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff and her royal court.
Golden Line Nation, we're back at it. Are you ready for your marching musical machine at the Mid-South? Today is the last home game, and we would like at this time to honor our 4th and 5th year marchers for all their contributions that they have done. Kyle Bean, Byron Bennett, Adriana Rhashaun, Devon Brown, Alante Carter, Jarrell Carmen, Aaliyah Carter, Dwight Faulkner, Simone Faulkner, Leah Evans, Thaddeus Cosmo, Delicia Gissendown, Fred Gordon, Brandon Hamilton, Taylor Hamilton, Thomas Harris, Dante Harris, Larry Hartfield, Ashley Williams, Rodney Johnson, Brendan Jones, Michael LeBron, Andreas Law, Jalen Lowe, Kenneth McLean, Amonte McGould, Matthew Metcalf, Stephen Morris, Caleb Patterson Dorsey, Darren Pickett, Isaiah Pugh Thomas, Mariah Rose, Marquise Moody, Derek Smith, Lewis Stevens, Marissa Tyson, Joseph Upton, Courtney Washington, Dejan Wonderland, Anthony West, Kelsey Williams, Brinkley Woody, and Tyler Wright. Thank you for all that you have done. Now, if you're ready for Empire to hit the field, let me hear you say, go Empire, go Empire, go! Say, go Empire, go Empire, go! Say, up. Now scream! That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Borderline. Go to the line. The machine is now fuel ready. Drummers flip the switch and get this band on the field. Marching band fast farm live. Do me a favor and let me hear you roar. The Magnificent, marching, musical machine of the the powerful sounds of the man. welcome to the Import Time Machine. And for your homecoming festivities, the marching, musical machine of the Mid-South presents the Grammy Award-winning Flashing Bone of the group Boone, Stubbs, and Harmony.
Let's go. Let's get it. Don't stop it, my slugs. Give it up to the rubbish rubbish, don't stop it, my slugs. Give it up to the rubbish rubbish, don't stop it, my slugs. Give it up to the rubbish rubbish, don't stop it, my slugs. Keep putting the shit to the box, step up. Keep putting the shit to the box, step up. Keep putting the shit to the box, step up. Keep putting the shit to the box. Keep putting the shit, chop, chop, chop.
Harold Booster, Mr. Jerome Hudson, and Mr. James Horton. And announcing has been yours truly, Mr. Import himself, Mr. Bernard E. Wavy. Out for him, and
Set their captain to kickoff, and the goal line will start first down and 10 from their own 25. First down stats, the Bulldogs had 20 rushes for 93 yards, 51 plays for 291 yards, and the goal line 16 for 36, 95 passing yards, 30 plays for 131 yards.
All right, welcome back to the homecoming celebration. Not a lot of celebrating going on right now. 14-0 is the score. Taylor Porter is getting the first carry of the second half, and it's a good chunk, 5 yards. Taylor Porter doing his thing on the first carry of the drive. 2nd and 5 from the 30. Taylor Porter again gets the carry, and he's going to get another 4 on top of that. So 3rd and 1 to start out the second half. 14-0. Alabama A&M doing a great job starting it. And slow start to the game, but they opened it up with 2 successful drives. 1 touchdown taken away from Nathaniel Dell, who had an amazing game last week and is following that momentum forward. Both teams have taken off the field because of a malfunctioning play clock. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. We'll take a minute 30 and see if we can fix this, and we'll be right back. Here we go. From the 34-yard line, they need to get to the 35. 3rd and 1. Came in a little bit late, but it's all right. Here we go from the shotgun. Skylar Perry tosses it forward for Brown, and he's going to make his way forward. Does he get the yard? I think he does. Just at the line. They might have to bring the chains out for this one. And the clock is stopped for the referee timeout, as it looks like they may try to bring the chains out. It's a close one. All right. After the chains came out, they ruled it shy. So it's going to be 4th and inches, and Jamie Gillen is on the field looking to kick the ball away. After that play, 13:40 left on the in the 3rd quarter. We're just getting underway, and Jamie Gillen kicks the ball very high, all the way up level with the press box, and it's going to make its way out of bounds. No, it actually doesn't. It stayed in bounds and rolled backwards all the way back to midfield. That is unfortunate. One of the most unfortunate punts I've ever seen from Jamie Gillen, and honestly, that doesn't happen very often. Backspin sends him to the 50. Short field for Alabama A&M. As they take the field, Golden Lions can't allow their heads to drop, not in front of these fans. So the defense has been playing rather well. They've gotten backed up, but they have not broken yet. And that bend but not break mentality. Still 14-0. Only 2 scores in it. So they're going to do everything they can to avoid them scoring once more again. And another group of backers being acknowledged for a very large donation. It looks like, yes, $200,000 coming in from the Great Lakes Higher Education Guaranty Corporation. Thank you very much to those people, because you know it's donations like that that really keep this school churning at such a high level. All right, we are underway after that announcement. A&M looking to move forward and try to take advantage of this excellent field position they come into. From the 49-yard line, the spotted just a yard back. Here comes the Bulldogs. From the shotgun, they have a running back in the backfield. He switches position, looks for weak side. Nope, it's going to be stopped mid-time. It's going to be stopped before the play can get started. False start is the call. They're going to lose 5 on that one. So setting up at the 44-yard line instead of the 49 are the Bulldogs. Here comes the Bulldogs as they have 2 receivers to the right, running back straight behind. From the pistol, looks like. And stretching it out. No, it's going to be a fake, and he's going to pay for it. He gets hit as he throws out of bounds. It's going to be second down. Great hurry there by, look like, number 8. Kevin Carter on the hurry right there. Kevin Carter, I mean, you can't help but say his name when he's on the defensive side of the ball. He always is making very heads-up plays and is always pressuring the quarterback. Here comes Glass again. Nikhil Glass, who's done very well this first half. Looking to keep that momentum going forward. I believe he has 2 touchdown passes and one interception. Gardner making his way across. Glass is shifting on the bootleg, throws back foot, and it is not caught. It looked like it could have been, but the ball bounces off the ground. So it's going to be 3rd down and 15 after the penalty and 2 unsuccessful passes. And instead of coming out 5 wide like they have done before, they're going to go 3 receivers plus running back. And there, I believe there's a tight end on the left side. All right, 3 receivers plus running back. Glass takes the hand snap, fakes the handoff, fires over the middle. The ball is bobbled and dropped. Could not hang on to that one. Number 89, Kendrick Johnson. And that's going to be 4th down. Golden Lions get a 3 and out, and that is a very, very timely 3 and out. As it now gives this offense a chance to make their way and try to cut into this deficit a bit. They're going to need as many of these 3 and out opportunities as they can get their hands on. Looks for the block, trying to go over the top. Couldn't do it. Now Tyron Ralph makes his way to the outside and gains a great chunk of yardage, getting pushed out around the 27-yard line, it looked like. And he is going to set the Golden Lions up at the 27-yard line. That is official. I think they got 3 and outed, just 1, maybe half a yard short on that 3rd down play from Taylor Porter last drive. We're going to see if the Golden Lions offense can make a breakthrough here. Skylar Perry setting up from the shotgun spread. Fires left side, a little bit too much heat on it, couldn't be brought in by TyRece. Bit of a laser beam on that one, needs to take a little off it. And that's a catch that Ralph normally makes anyway. And DeJuan Miller sprinting off the field. Similar spread look, except 3 receivers to the left of Skylar Perry. They're going to check the sideline. They get their signal. Setting back up again. Perry takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Taylor Porter gets about 2. Taken down at a 29-yard line, maybe? Yes, that's about right. It's going to be 3rd down and 8, and it's going to be a difficult situation. Drop passes in early down situations are not ideal. So now 3rd down, they're going to be forced to at least pretend they're passing. Skylar Perry takes the handoff over to Taylor Porter, and he's not getting much at all. It's going to be another 4th down. So they tried to catch the defense off guard with the inside running play. Not going to happen that time. 4th and 6, and 3 and out coming from the goal lines. Their offense is a lot more potent than they've been showing as of late. They normally are at least able to get to field goal range, but they haven't really been able to break deep into the Bulldog territory this entire game. We're going to have to see what kind of adjustments are going to be made on the sideline for that. Jamie Gillen sends the ball high. And that one's going to go on a side roll. And a little bit of a chicken fight over the ball as it's down at about the 28-yard line. So, Alabama A&M maybe trying to increase the lead, maybe just trying to take some time out the clock. We will see shortly. Depends on how this 1st down play goes. Defense has done rather well, all things considered. As only 14 points given. Alabama A&M averages about 22 points per game. Now looking to set up maybe a touchdown drive here from the 28. Excuse me, the 24-yard line. Akil Glass hands off to his running back, who makes his way to the right side, and he has some space. And he's going to cut back cross field. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Alabama A&M. And barring any dirty laundry, that's going to be the 3rd touchdown. 20-0, not including the extra point. Number 26, Trayvon Walters on the carry. It was a sweep play, and he found a hole between the line of scrimmage, the lineman, and the secondary outside. Great blocking by the receivers, sealing that off. The extra point is up and good. And great job by the receivers blocking for that play as they sealed off a hole for the running back, for Walters to go through. And he was just vision, all vision at that point. Cut back across field, could not be stopped. Speed, agility, and vision on Trayvon Walters puts this score at 21-0. Golden Lions have to find a way to get on the board. That's the main concern now, as they look to kick the ball away, do the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M, excuse me. Those are 2 totally different teams. And by the way, it was Alabama State that they played last week. Alabama A&M at least. Here we go as we are underway. 21-0 the score, and the ball is caught in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. So 11:24 left in the third quarter. Just about a third removed from the beginning of the third quarter. 21-0. Alabama A&M really starting to pull away. UAPB's offense, I've not been able to get out of the starting block though, but it's been an amazing homecoming celebration for sure. The parade going down Main Street for the first time in a number of years. And so we've been able to celebrate that with a live stream from Main Street as the Golden Lions went to take the field, and it's going to take a timeout instead. We'll keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, yeah, we were able to do a live stream report from the incubator building, the business incubator building. Funny story about that. I was going to give my analysis of the sports of the football game to Randy Kelley and the crew, and the problem was I was pointed the wrong direction. I ended up walking all the way to the courthouse and having to run all the way back to the other side of Main Street. I got my cardio in today for sure, and hopefully the Golden Lions can get on the run as they take the field. 21 points down on the 25-yard line for the first place. 1st and 10 for the 25. Skylar Perry sets up, 3-step drop, fires over the middle. Ralph is there, and he has the ball at the 40. Tackled at the 42-yard line. Nice move by Ralph, getting open over the middle on the zone defense. First down for the Golden Lions. As they set up the hurry up, they give the ball off to Jamon Peterson, and he gets a good chunk of yardage. And this is where the Golden Lions start to really dominate, when they can get big chunks at the same time and get into that hurry-up offense. Here comes Perry from the shotgun. The play is whistled and stopped. I guess they're trying to get a chance to sub. They do get a chance to sub. The reason they get a chance to sub is because of a false start. So backed up 5 yards, 1st and 15 from their own 49-yard line. They have to get to the 46 or 36 for the first down. Here comes Skylar Perry. DeJuan Miller maybe looking for the crack, not quite. Over the middle, caught by Miller, and he's shellacked over the middle, but he's still able to get the first down. And Miller looks a little bit shaken up, but not much. He's going to try to fight through it. It looks like he has some sort of hand injury, or his glove came off. That's probably as far as that's going to go. Either way, from the shotgun, from the 31-yard line, the Golden Lions are rolling in this hurry-up offense. Takes the snap, toss play. Coming on around the outside, they get about 2, maybe 3 on that play before he's taken down. .950 and counting. The clock is bleeding slowly. Still plenty of time left in this game, but you have 3 scores to cover. 2nd down and 8 from the 30. Hand off to Porter, and he picks it back, Trooper, and repossesses the ankles of a defender, getting to the outside and able to get about 4 yards in that play. Make that 3. From the 27. They have to get to the 21-yard line for the first. Third down. Still need 6. Theory states that you need to go for a pass in this situation, but we've seen other methods work just as well. Third down. Perry fakes the handoff. Has to escape the pocket. He's going to make a move. Perry gets forward as far as he can to the 25-yard line, maybe, depending on a favorable spot. And he does get that spot to the 25-yard line, and the Golden Toe gets to strut his stuff a little bit. Here comes the Golden Toe to try to get the Golden Lions on the board for the first time today. And the kick is up, and it is good! The Golden Toe has struck in Golden Lions Stadium. Way to get on the board for the offense. So, Jamie Gillen, the highest point getter for our team, gets another 3 to his, well, resume. His view up. And the Gold Lions finally get on the board here, 21-3. UAPB starting to mount something. All right, as Alabama A&M Bulldogs get back on the field to receive this kick. So too do the Golden Lions come to kick it eventually. As again, homecoming, such an amazing experience for everyone involved, especially the players. With it being on the same day as senior day, you know, it's a really big moment for a lot of these seniors to get a little bit more playing time than maybe some of them would normally get. But you know, this last hurrah, if you will, last day you get to have fun while playing football, that is so important to the seniors here. And to have it in front of such a large crowd makes it doubly so. As you see this crowd filled almost to the brim. You probably can't see, you're on the radio, but as people at home can see, this crowd is straight up filled to the brim. And we would like to thank everyone who has decided to take the time and come back into town to come home for at least one day out of this week. And Jamie Gillen's set up. And so are we. Here we go. The Golden Toe, who just scored 3 for us, is going to try to kick it deep. They kick it long, and it's going to stop it from going out of bounds, but the flag is still going to come out. A rare out of bounds kick. So they're going to start out on the 35. Yeah, the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line, slightly shorter field for A&M Bulldogs. But here comes the defense. If they can get a stop, then we'll be in pretty decent shape. Still a 3-possession lead, mind you. But it looks better than 21-0, I'll tell you that much. Here comes the Bulldogs. From the 35-yard line after the out-of-bounds kick. Glass, hands off. Just kidding. He faked it. Over the middle with the seam route. And it's caught. Deep pass caught by Jenkins Jr. Brian Jenkins Jr. able to go up the seam and get open enough to make the grab there. He was guarded tightly as well. Alabama A&M now at the 10-yard line, knocking at the door. Hands it off up the middle, and nothing's doing there. But still, what an amazing pass coming in from Glass. And great job by Brian Jenkins to stay on route and just go deep. A lot of young players, especially at like the high school and lower levels, would stop the route or slow down. Not him, speeding all the way through that one. Glass takes the shotgun from the 10-yard line, hands it off up the middle, and he's able to easily get into the end zone. 27-3 is the score. Number 26, Trayvon Walkers gets his second of the day. Second in this quarter even. As it looked to set up for the extra point. And the extra point is good. And it's going to be 28-3. And as promising as the road trip was, or we came so close to winning on multiple occasions, a lot of it came from us not being used to being ahead. Well, now we have to fight back from behind. Let us see, as you see the KKSI members being visited by the Golden Lion. Very nice appearance as well. So the Golden Lions looking ready to receive, or getting ready to receive. And the fans are still in high spirits though, as the M4 keeping them entertained. Dancing along to the beat of the marching musical machine of the Mid-South. And we're waiting on both receiving team and kicking team to take the field. This is a really odd thing. It's been taking a lot longer than normal to reset after a score. Not sure what that's about. Maybe it has something to do with homecoming or something. Maybe it's you have to make an announcement at one point or another. Who knows? But they're getting on the field right now. Here we go. The Golden Lions looking set to receive, and the kicking team of the Bulldogs looking set to kick off for the 4th time today. 4 touchdowns for the kicking team. Okay, the Golden Lions answer back. Kick is up, and here we go. Fair catch taken in the end zone, inside the end zone, about 5 yards deep, and they're going to take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Golden Lions have got to try to find a big play here. Something to jumpstart this offense. Because the defense has been ready for everything they've thrown at them so far. Besides maybe that Tyron Ralph over in the middle crossing route. We'll see if they use that same pattern. Shotgun spread for Skylar Perry. Taylor Porter takes the swing pass. Goes inside, outside, and is weaving all the way up to about the 28. They start at the 25, 28. That's the 3-yard gain. It's going to make that 2nd and 8. 2nd and 7. It's just been able to control the amount of yards that our big playmakers have been able to get after the catch. A lot of what we like to do is throw the outside, make our playmakers make plays. Well, A&M has been doing an excellent job of tackling. Perry from the shotgun again. He's going to step up into the pocket. Fires left side out of bounds. So 3rd down and 8. And again, having trouble moving that ball forward. Skylar Perry has had time in the pocket. He might start to think that he can take off now. Here we go from the shotgun. Steps back in the pocket, fires left hand over the middle, just a little too wide, too high for DeJuan Miller. And after that 3 and out, Golden Toe is going to make his way back onto the field. Jamie Kelley. We're going to need a deep punt from that man. He's been known for his 60-yard pluses this season. Jamie Kelley with an end over end down the sideline, and it's going to roll its way to about the 35, maybe 34, 35-yard line on the dot. Really nice punt there by Jamie. "35-yard line. Shotgun look for Glass of the A&M Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the right, plus tight end, running back in the backfield. Sweep play, and is going to have space on the outside. Yes, he is, and then some. Gets the 1st down. 11-yard gain on that play. And Sean Steele has not made it back up to his feet. And he could be shaken up a bit. And Sean Steele does make it eventually back to his feet. And walks towards the defensive setup here. So here comes Gold Lions defense after that 1st down on the outside running play. It's a 1st and 10 from the 30, well, I scratched that, the 49-yard line, maybe even the 50. Yeah, that looks like a 50-yarder right there. First down in midfield. Shotgun for Glass, hands off up the middle, just kidding, he pulls it back. He's going to get sacked for his troubles, though, by the aforementioned Sean Steele coming in on the blitz. Beautifully done by Sean Steele, sprinting off the edge and spearing him in the back. Not a spear, but like, you know, jamming him up in the backfield. I forgot the spear was an actual penalty. That's very serious. No, he did not spear the quarterback. He just tackled him down. So from the 41-yard line, they got to get to the opposite 41 for the 1st down. And Glass takes the, oh my goodness, he got hit real hard there. Look for the screen pass, sniffed right out. Sean Steele again stepping up and being a leader on this defense. Sean Steele is indeed a sophomore, so we could be seeing a lot more of him going down the line. So now 3rd down and very, very long. Let's see what the Bulldogs have in mind. And the Blaze whistle dead. It could be false start. And lean back, kind of like Fat Joe. The A&M Bulldogs keep going backwards. They're all the way back to like the 33. They have to get to the opposite 41. They have a long way to go, not going to lie to you. To calculate that would be a chore, to say the least. Here comes Glass looking for the deep pass over to the right-hand side. Gets a large chunk of it, but not able to get the first down. Just about 3 yards short at the 43-yard line. So, close one, but no cigar for A&M Bulldogs, but they still carry the lead 28-3. And looking for the punt. Tyron Ralph back to receive the punt. He's had a couple of receiving touchdowns today, but he's not going to take this one back at all. Kind of an interesting punting situation they have at Alabama A&M. The punter will delay as much as he can so that the coverage team has the ample time to recover. That is pretty smart punting. The special teams unit is very resourceful, to say the least. So the Gold Lions offense will start out at the 20-yard line after the punt goes for the touchback. First down and 10 with 3:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Can't find a target until he does. DeJuan Miller on the right-hand side gets tripped up at the very end, but what a pass there. From the 20-yard line, they're going to end up at the 35. Over 40 yards gained on that play. And now they got to try and make something out of it. Big play made by Skylar Perry. Hand off to Jamon Peterson. He gets about 5, maybe even 4. He's tackled down at the 32. They need to get to the 28. 27 for the first down. About 5 or 6 yards on the end of that. 2nd down. Perry looks over the middle. He's going to escape the pocket. I think that was a slide or some sort of dive. He hit his knees and then hit the ground. So it is going to be 3rd down and 2. And they would like to convert on this one for sure. Skylar Perry looking to lead this team to their first touchdown of the day. Perry hands off to Peterson. Reverse play. It's going downfield. Tyron Ralph is going to get enough for the first down and a little bit more. Tackled down at the 21-yard line there on the knocking on the door of the red zone. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. They're going to want to make it into the end zone. I don't think a field goal is going to do it at this point. Trailing 28-3. Golden Lions looking for a shot over the middle for Tyron Ralph. He dove for it, but couldn't get both hands on it. 2nd down and 10. Coach Thomas and Skylar Perry looking for something special here on this drive. This offense is most effective when they can get a bunch of big plays in a row. Peterson up the middle. Scat back. Only able to get one on the up the middle play. I'm not entirely sure what that sound is. I'm assuming it has something to do with outside. Well, hopefully the people on live on air didn't hear that one. But here we go. Skylar Perry, third down. Fires left-hand side, has a man in zone. It's going to be defended. No flag on the field. Alabama A&M doing an excellent job on defense, defending that amazing pass. It's going to go to the golden toe, Jamie Gillen, and he's going to try to put a little more points on the board. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Yes, as it does say 1:11 in the third quarter. This game is chugging along, and the Golden Lions are running out of time. The golden toe from about 30 some odd yards out, he's able to get the ball up, and it is good. 1:06 remaining in the game, and the Golden Lions got their second score. 28-6 is your score right now. And Gillen is going to kick this one away. It's a high, long one. It's going to be caught at the goal line. He's going to take it. Makes his way past the 20, and he has a chance past the 30. 35, maybe 39 will be the final resting place of that return. Good return there by number 23. I think you said 24. Caleb Riley. Well, great return by that player, but it looks like it's going to be coming back. So minus 10 yards on that one for holding, depending on where they spotted it. So it's going to be from the 23-yard line instead of from the 38 or whatever it was I just said. From the 23-yard line, 10 yards. First and 10. Double motion coming in from the running back in the backfield. Hands off to the right-hand side. He sheds a tackle and is going to fall forward for about 4. That's number 25, Teon Dollard, who's been spelling Trayvon Walters every once in a while. Second down and about 6. As the winter air is starting to make its way into the booth. Starting to shake a little bit. It's getting really chilly now as the October month hits. Going to the side for the screen pass, and they're going to call it incomplete for trapping. As it looks like he trapped the ball against the ground. So it's going to be third down now off of a very good refereeing decision. Golden Lions now faced with third down and 6. Actually, Alabama A&M faced with third down and 6. Golden Lions trying to keep them from the 33-yard line, which is where they'll get a reset of downs. From the shotgun. Fakes the screen, goes over the top on the deep curl route, and is able to get a connection there with number 80, Zabrian Moore. Excuse me, 89, Kendrick Johnson. A lot of these players that are making plays have similar looking numbers coming from the top of the press box. First and 10 from the 46-yard line. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. It was caught on the right-hand side, and he's going to race towards the end zone. No one's going to catch him. Number 8, Octavius Miles, gets another score. It's looking like a bit of a rout now. It's a bit of a rout. 34, barring an extra point, to 6. That was a rough one. Screen pass finally paid off. They tried it a couple of times, and they were having a tough go of it. But they finally got that one play to break free, and they got, I believe it was Octavius Miles. It could have been Brian Jenkins Jr., but I'm pretty positive it was Octavius Miles.
We'd like to say thank you to the Verizon Foundation for a contribution of $299,922.21 to fund a STEM education program for 5th and 6th grade minority males. One of the bills with the gift from the Verizon Foundation is UAPB Chancellor Dr. Lawrence Alexander, Chair of Industrial Technology, Dr. Charles Poe, and STEM Program Director, Laura Wilder.
And a kickoff is underway to begin the fourth quarter, and it was muffed. Somehow he made a recovery, did Tyron Ralph on that one. That could have been a bad for worse call right there. Welcome back, Hot 89.7. Fourth quarter is underway. 35-6 is the score. Alabama A&M is ahead. And there's an injury on the field, but we'll keep it right here. The Golden Lions have been struggling. This time it's been on offense, and their defense has not been able to save them for this long. It's been a rough go of it for the offense of the Golden Lions. They've been really quite potent all season long, and most of the time we've seen the defense have struggles going forward, but this time around it seems like the opposite. The offense hasn't been turning the ball over or anything like that. It's just they've been stagnant. They get to a certain distance and then they will stall. And the defense have not been able to cover for them on a consistent basis moving forward. So these are things that they will look to address in the future going forward to next season. Well, right now, homecoming is afoot. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to review. Huh, okay. So a targeting foul has been issued on number 49 of UAPB. That would be Isaac Peppers. And according to the rule book, he is ejected from the game. We don't get to see the replay, so we didn't really understand what they were looking for when they were replaying. But we'll be sure to ask that during the press conference. Moving forward, though, I don't know which way the chain gang's going. The ball's set up at the 11-yard line. Number 15, Nicholas Stroud, if that's to be believed as correct. So the kicking team loses a spot, and the player is ejected from the game. I think it's a game and a half. It'll be this game and then half of next game if I believe the rules. I have the rules in correct order. Skylar Perry is going to fire over the middle for Coleman McNeil. Caught at the 35. Gets about to the 36. And for a first down and a bunch more. Perry wasting no time trying to target that middle. Spread look for Perry. Let's take a step back. Fires. No, he's going to fake the throw. Scrambling around in the pocket. Floats one out to the outside, but it's going to be out of bounds on the reception. Second down and 10 coming from the 36-yard line. Skylar Perry from the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. The lefty quarterback, 3-step drop, fires couldn't find Tyron Ralph, although he was looking for him. Ball just sailed over the top. Couple of accuracy issues coming in from Skylar Perry. He's had a very consistent game, though, so far. With a shotgun, Perry, 7-step drop, steps up the pocket, fires over the middle, caught by a Ralph, and is going to be taken down, but not before he gets a first down and breaks into Bulldog territory. How close was that one? Move the chains indeed from the Bulldog 49-yard line. Maybe hope is still alive if you're a Golden Lions fan. Let's see if they can get something going here. Spread look shotgun, Skylar Perry. 3-step drop, fires, but too much mustard on it again. He has to control that arm. That's only going to come with experience, though. Remember, Skylar Perry is still a freshman, and he's had a really productive year so far, ever since Shannon the Cannon went down with an injury. And that's going to be an interesting quarterback battle to look into for the future. Shannon Buchanan versus Skylar Perry. Perry with a 3-step drop. Can't find the target. Tyron Ralph over the middle again. This time it was pressure to the ground. 13:47, the clock is frozen at. For 3rd and 10, coming from the 49-yard line. And it is getting cold in Pine Bluff. The M4 has never lost any spirit, though. They're still singing. They're still dancing. Here comes Skylar Perry again. Over the middle for Colby McNeil. The ball's fumbled and recovered. Number 20, Armani Holloway, is going to be tackled at around the 17. Make that the 13. And he just got a key turnover. Colby McNeil is kicking himself. You got to feel poor for that man. The ball returned to the 13-yard line. Make that the 15. Okay. First and 10 from the 15. Got to get to the 5. Looks like the screen set up. Receivers are stacked. Oh, he's hit. And he's hit hard. Kevin Carter with the sack. And he angrily makes his way back to the setup. That's the type of fight that you like to see out of the Pride Lions. Very physical tackle on the quarterback. And he was driven back to around the 22. Still have to get to the 5-yard line for the first down. 2nd and 18-ish. Looks for the screen pass. It's going to work out. And he's going to make his way all the way back to around the 10-9 area, depending on the spot. It looks like about the 10. Nine-yard line. Got to get to the 5. 3rd down and 4. Glass from the shotgun. Has a running back in the backfield. Has a running back in the backfield from the shotgun. I believe that's Walter on that backfield, but he's going to throw it. It's going to be blocked by Kevin Carter, who came in like a Mad Hatter and started this stand and is going to cause a 4th down. Kevin Carter really digging in this last quarter. not allowing anybody to take us easily down the stretch. That's pride. That's pride for you. That's exactly what you need to maybe have an inkling of a chance at a comeback. As the field goal unit is on the field, the kick is up, the kick is good, 38-6. 38-6. And I failed. But here comes another massive donation, $100,000 coming in from Dr. Samuel Shack's Estates. We would like to thank Dr. Samuel Shacks for such a very generous donation to University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. 38-6, the score. I'm sorry, 38-6, the score. 12:03 to go in the fourth quarter. And I can imagine the Golden Lions are going to fight to the very last drop. The kick is up and we're underway. It's going to be a short one. Gathered at the 25. He's going to make his way to the 35. 36 is where they're going to bring him down. Here comes the Golden Lions offense. The Golden Lions looking to see what they can see, looking to create a script, draw up something that can maybe flip this game on its head. You know, boxers, when they're outmatched, sometimes they just look to change the color of the opponent's face a little bit. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here. Skylar Perry from the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, steps up in the pocket. He's going to go off and take off. Flag down behind the line of scrimmage. You know that probably means is holding. But he's able to gather about 3 or 4 yards. And they call me the Mystic one because I predicted that one. It was going to be a holding call. Minus 10 yards on that play. So they're going to start 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line. They have a long way to go for a first down. They have to get all the way up to their, what looks to be the 46-yard line. Perry snaps, fires over the middle, shallow. Gets to the 40, no, not quite. The 39, the 38 is actually where they're going to be spotted. 3rd down now, or 2nd down after the penalty. Skylar Perry checks the defense, takes the snap from the spread look. Through step drop, steps up in the pocket, looks for the corner, does get the corner. And that is Colby McNeil on the catch. Beautiful catch by Colby McNeil. Corner out playing dividends now. Spread look, shotgun, Perry takes a snap. 3-step drop over the middle, shallow again. Tyron Ralph breaks a tackle on the drive route. And 1st down again for the Golden Lions now to 28-yard line. They're starting to move down the field. And a mass substitution coming in from Alabama A&M. Spread look, shotgun, Perry fakes the handoff, fires McNeil. McNeil tries to fake his way to the inside, can't quite get far, can't break the tackle, but it's going to get a good, decent chunk of yards, about 6 yards on the game. 2nd and 4. Perry hands off to Jayon Peterson, and Peterson rolls off of a tackle and gets brought down at the 12-yard line. It's going to be a first down again. So now they have a chance to get into the end zone for the first time today. First and 10 coming from the Golden Lions now from the 13-yard line. Make that 12. Hand off to Peterson. He's going to make his way into the end zone. Touchdown. One of the best things, one of the most celebratory things today, senior Trammell Peterson gets a touchdown and is able to run it in. And you know he's happy about that. And when he looks back on this game, he's going to find a lot of things he doesn't like, but the one thing he can look to is the fact he was able to score a touchdown in this day. They're going to go for 2. Taylor Porter's in the backfield now with Skylar Perry, and trickery. Philly gets the 2 points. Yeah, that's the Philly right there, baby. Taylor Porter took the snap, passes it off to Tyron Ralph, who finds Skylar Perry in the end zone for 2. Still need 3 more touchdowns to get back into it completely, but we're going to see if we could find a crack that can cause the foundation of this Bulldog team to collapse. As the class of 1969 are presented to the field, the air is just getting a little bit colder. I am starting to freeze slightly, but it's okay. Here comes, well, I guess no one's coming anywhere right now. They're still announcing the class of 1969. And Golden Lions start to make the field, take the field. Yeah, I think the field's already made. They have to take the field down. Jimmy Gillen setting up to make this kick, and hopefully, maybe they're going to try a little bit of trickery here. Let's see. But moving on from that, Jamie Gillen looking to kick this ball away. And here we go. They were expecting the onside kick. They're going to wave that one off and move right on to their possession. 9:32 left in the game. 14-38 the score. And for all you math whizzes out there, that's about 3 scores and a field goal. And I'm assuming the Golden Lions would love to have a turnover turned into points on this drive. So Kevin Carter, the senior, by the way, who pretty much single-handedly stonewalled the Alabama A&M team, could be a factor. Ball's whistled dead again. Trying to figure out what is the issue and does it require a tissue? I guess they might have found a ball that was underflated or something. I'm not entirely sure. These are jokes. These are definitely jokes, though. Alabama A&M looks for the outside handoff and does get one off, and that is some serious speed getting the first down on the sweep play. Number 89, Kendrick Johnson. Excuse me, 86. Terrell Gardner. That is, again, some serious speed that he is working with. Glass looking from the shotgun again. Hands off. Oh no, he's going to take it himself. And spun down a little bit after about 3 yards. Called his own number on that play. Second down and 6 from the 41-yard line. Got to make it to the 45 for the first. Excuse me, it was the 39-yard line, not the 41. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Handoff up the middle. Just kidding, he pulled it himself. He didn't let go of the ball, and he ended up getting mauled by a pride of lions on that play. 3rd down. There's a bit of an air of nervousness on to my right. There's where the coaches are sitting. Maybe they sense something with this. 3rd down and long. I'm just having a little bit of a laugh at the people on my right side. The coaches, very animated. Even in the late stages. Handoff to Gardner again, this time not able to utilize as much of that speed as he's tackled for a loss. 4th down and 7:25 and bleeding and clowning. And the Golden Lions are going to get the ball back. Tyron Ralph back to receive. And we're probably going to think big play here. Here we go. Punt is away. Ralph is in space. He's going to try to take it. Sprints up the middle, breaks to the right. To the 35-yard line, tackled at the 34. Stop just. Skylar Perry gets another chance to bring his team out there. Let's see what happens here. Golden Lions tried out on the field. Ralph, I believe that's Miller. Oh, Ralph and Smith on the left. Kobe McNeil and Miller on the right. Spread look for Perry. He steps back and fires as he's hit, and he is intercepted. And Perry looks a little bit shaken up. Skylar Perry got hit really hard on that play. And it looks a little bit rough. Let us go forward into this day as after the interception, Alabama A&M look to take back over. With 6:40 left on the clock, they're looking to try to bleed it dry. Goes for the handoff. Nope, it's going to be pulled out. Speed option toss play. Knocked out of bounds at around the 43-yard line. Not entirely sure what that referee said. But either way, they got to snap the ball. Handoff up the middle. Looks for the stiff arm, but not going to get far. Way to stay attached to him on that play. Gotta catch a number on that guy. I believe that was Peppers. Yes, that's exactly right. Peppers on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1. And the inside handoff gets them 1 and plus a lot. End up on the opposite side of the field at the 46-yard line. And the clock will continue to run as they're going to try to take as much time off of it as they possibly can. Still a fairly decent amount of fans that are still in the stands right now looking to stick it out until the very end. First and 10 from the 46. Triple option, a wishbone set. Takes the first option and it bowls him over for about an 11, maybe 12-yard gain. First down for the Bulldogs. So again, I'd like to thank all the listeners of Hot 89.7. All listeners on the UAPB-TV YouTube channel, and thank you all for, coming with us on this journey, this very first season for Coach Cedric Thomas. It's been a long road. It's been a rough first season, but you know what? As they're in the wishbone again, before I keep going, handoff up the middle. No, actually he pulled it back, and he's going to lose everyone, including the broadcaster. Number 9, Rico Merriweather. Touchdown, A&M. It's been a long road. There've been a couple of games like this. But you have to trust the process, and this is just a part of it. It's just a part of it. Coach Thomas, I have firm belief in Coach Thomas moving forward, just because the way he talks about these kids as the extra point goes up and good. The way he talks about these kids, he really does care about them, and that is a huge bonus, if you will, going forward. Here comes the Bulldogs as they kick the ball away. Ball's caught at around the 12. Makes his way inside. And he's broken free. Down the left sideline. Ran out of bounds at around the 46. Kobe McNeil putting some work in. Makes his way back out on the field for the drive. It's just the little things. Making sure you have your entire body behind the ball or something like that. I'm not very sure about receiver tech, but getting off blocks on defense. So very little things in really short bursts. It has not killed us completely in this game, but little things in certain moments where we've gotten tired, that's kind of what I've seen in this game in particular. Here we go. Shotgun. Perry, hands off. Oh, big time truck. Mag truck comes in from Jamon Peterson. And I think he's jawing a bit. And maybe getting chippy out here. By the way, it's not Skylar Perry who's is out there right now. It is, let me get my binoculars out and catch the number. That is number 18. That looks like Testa. Is that Testa? I don't think that's Testa. Anyway, let's see if we can get that right again. Jamon Pearson gets the handoff, able to shift his way up to the midfield line Good gain on that play. It's got to be going to be 4 yards short of the first down marker. Third down and 4 for the Golden Lions as I'm trying to get my binoculars in a way that I can see the quarterback's number, the replacement quarterback's number. Oh, that is Skylar Perry. No, it's not. This is going to be awkward and it's going to bother me all day. Here, the quarterback takes the snap from the shotgun, hands it off again. And is he able to get enough? Doesn't look like it. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Peterson again, trying to be that workhorse. So, just over the 2-minute mark here, 45-14. And the Golden Lions going for it on 4th down, not lying down on this homecoming experience, the senior day for the seniors. You know, they put a lot of love into this program. A lot of their lives have revolved around football, shotgun, and timeout coming in for the Golden Lions. A lot of love went into this football team, and you know what? A lot of sacrifices as well. And hopefully they can go look back in this game and see this as a dawn of the new era moving forward, beginning with Coach Thomas and the recruits that he will bring in shortly. By the way, I figured out the replacement quarterback. It's actually number 85, Chris Robertson II, who is actually billed here as a wide receiver. So hopefully everyone gives in your prayers to the Skylar family, the Perry family, as he was able to walk off the field under his own power. And I don't see him on the sideline. I think he is standing on the sideline giving encouragement. So good thing for him. He is our future, as Coach Thomas says every time we get to the press conference. He is the future of the Golden Lions. Rhashaun Robinson. Actually, the play was whistled dead. And it looks like it might be a false start. It's almost like I'm a mentalist, a magician. I called it. 5 yards penalty. 4th down still, and they're not going to stop going for it. As 1:38 on the clock. Chris Robertson II. Maybe try to throw the ball, maybe a running play can be coming. Chris Robertson from the spread. Runs up the middle and has a chance for a first down. Actually pulled it back, but it still gets the first down anyway. Chris Robertson II. And hurrying up now, getting back to the line of scrimmage, 1:30 and counting. Still 45-14, but they're still fighting forward. 1:15 from the spread. Robinson II drops back to pass. Fires to the right side. Not a bad throw. And a little bit of chippiness being shown on the ball side there. 1:07 left to go in the game. Robinson, not a bad throwing for him. He could have a future as a backup quarterback somewhere. The wide receiver. Hand off to Jamon Peterson. He's spun to the ground after about a 7-yard gain. They have to get it to the 34, looks like 34-yard line. Jamon Peterson gets the snap again, and he's going to make his way back across field. Big time block comes from the receiver, and he's tackled out of bounds. And so he's going to try to get himself a touchdown again. And there's nothing more encouraging than that kind of heart from a senior. Takes a snap, hands it off. Get off of me, he says, with a stiff arm. Makes his way upfield. 27 seconds and counting. They might give a chance to get one more snap off. Coach Thomas may say, go ahead, son, try to get it done. Or he may wait this out. And it looks like that they're going to wait this one out. Your final score of the evening, 45-14. Golden Lions fall short at homecoming. But you may look at this as one of the first test seasons of Coach Cedric Thomas's career at the Golden Lions. I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up, and make sure that you stay tuned to Hot 89.7. This is TyRece Boone for Randy Kelley and Tim Stubbs and Tony Savelle back at the studio. I'd like to tell you to enjoy your life. Thank you very much.